Um, Welcome to the channel. I figured I would introduce myself since this is my first reaction, really. I'm also trying to figure out how to sit so that there's not a horrible glare on my glasses because I have to have them. Um, I will be your ringmaster for this program. Um, and today I think we are going to be looking at QLR, which she loves to be called, or Quirky Love Rosie. Um, Today I was actually watching her live stream. We're going to cover her pizza and wine live stream from the other night. But today she mentioned that people who do reactions have no life and nothing to live for, um, which I thought was I don't know, kind of interesting because she just sits in her house in her rolly chair. Um, and she said it while, I was busy cooking dinner for my family. But I also am pretty much stuck in my house, um, and don't have a whole lot to do during the day. I am a stay-at-home wife who also happens to have a terminal diagnosis. Um, so I can't drive. Um, I really only go places if I have somebody that can drive me, and everybody I know works is busy. Um, all of my children are girls. Um, so I have nothing but time to sit and react to our lovely Rosie. While I was watching the pizza and wine night, there were a lot of moments in there that really caught my attention, um, and that were very just iconic Rosie moments. So I figured tonight we would go through that stream together. I will not make you watch all of it. However, I did take notes. I have a full little notebook here with a bunch of timestamps, um, so that we can go through and experience this together. Please bear with me while I try and learn to use um, this setup and um, to use this program. This is completely foreign to me, so um, I hope you guys will just bear with me while I struggle through this. Eventually, I am hoping to be able to do live streams um, and sniping and stuff. We will see how that goes. Um, so that's enough of me rattling on. So let's get to Rosie and see what she has for us.
Hello. Hello, hello. How y'all doing?
She's a little loud, so we're going to turn her down just a little bit.
Howdy, how? I need to clean up from last night. I kind of cleaned up, but not really. I didn't finish cleaning up. Like, I can throw this away, for example. Oh.
It is crazy to me how often she says that that's such a great steal. Um, it's amazing to me how often she says that she needs to clean up, but it seems to be constant. Um, and I don't know that she actually ever cleans. It seems that she just kind of scoots stuff around, which is crazy to me. Um, I cook all of my meals. I cook for my family. Um, but I clean as I go. My kitchen and my house never looks like hers does, and it just absolutely shocks me that she stays in such a little space, but it still manages to get so insanely dirty.
Let me move the butter, because that'll melt. I always forget to do that. This can go. This can come over here. Just. Good evening, Helena.
I mean, it seems that there is a constant pile behind her, always. I, I can't imagine. Hey, at least the cabinet's closed though. That's something we have going for us right now.
I need to take that over the table for my brother. He never moved the Rice Krispies. So they're still over here. Garlic powder.
So one of the things I wanted to
Welcome in, everybody.
talk about, I'm going to turn her down for just a minute while she stumbles around, is why Rosee is a problem, why she is problematic. Her history is one thing, but that's, you know, that's something we can touch on later. But part of it is the
I'm putting this in the freezer.
what she wears and
Don't let me
how
forget, guys.
she places herself
I
in
want a
front of
cold
the
soda
camera.
with the pizza.
I mean, there's a
I'm
whole lot
having
of
one
times that we
anyway,
get
but
nothing but just boobs
yeah.
all in our face, and you cannot tell me that
Hello,
that is
hello.
not on purpose.
I'm gonna check up with the chat in just
And
a
that's
second,
where
guys. I
the issue
promise I'm
comes
not
in with
ignoring
like
you.
the vertical streams and the fact that
Wow,
it
I
puts
gotta clean
her
this table. This table
into the
is
shorts,
ridiculous.
and kids end up in her chats, and kids end up, seeing this kind of stuff. Um, but just in this opening, we get
Okay.
3 or 4 clear shots, and that's all we're seeing.
I'm gonna do this while I'm
And you
thinking about it,
cannot tell me
guys.
that that is not,
Bear with me here.
I don't know, it comes across kind of intentional, if you ask me. Um, so for those of you who don't know, I used to do a different kind of content. I have always been obsessed. I'm just a goth kid that is absolutely obsessed with the Victorian era. So I used to do Victorian era specific videos, and I showed how they dressed. I recreated recipes from the 1800s. Um, I have done what she's doing, minus the rolly chair. I wish I would have thought of the rolly chair. Um, but I would stand in the kitchen and I would cook for hours and film myself doing it. Never got boob shots, but I also made sure that that was never an option, because you never know who is coming in. Yes, she does say that, she kicks him out of the chat, so it's fine. How many people just lurk? I've been a lurker for a long time. Just is what it is. So,
This, oh my
and
god,
it's just going to
this model being
continue
broken is pissing me off.
to happen. It just,
So here, cool. Let's use this one up,
it very much reminds me
and then once this one's up, I will just
of Foodie during
replace
the
it
Villa era.
like the liquid. I throw that other bottle away because it's broken. It's obnoxious. Hey everybody.
See, there we go.
Fix the angle there. Thank you,
She
Chip.
fixed the angle, but we still get it
I like this
all.
top too.
You, if you realize
But
it's an issue, you stop at that
one
point.
thing I
You
don't
don't
like about
continue.
the horizontal angle is if I'm not careful, it's just like all chest view, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
It happens in vertical too. This is something that she is known for. The only difference
It's
is
easier to
vertical
avoid
gets
that
shipped straight out to
problem
the
on
shorts
vertical.
algorithm, which she thinks makes her views amazing. It doesn't. Views does not equate watch time.
Okay. All right. That's done. Let me move that over. Hello, Magic Conch. Let me go ahead and while I'm doing it, let me
And we're still, she moved
clean
it. It didn't have to be moved
the
there.
stove as well. Someone told me got it flooding. Yeah, but YouTube's not for that, you know? That's not the goal here.
Oh, I don't know when it's freezing.
Trying to get the views of my.
Oh, I don't know what just happened. Let's back up a little bit. Oh, not that far.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna check the chat in just a second. I want to do this now before the oven gets hot. Okay. Perfect.
More tits. That's all this is.
Hello. Thank you, Sierra. Okay.
Oh, we missed the part I was going for. I'm so sorry, guys. Please bear with me. We might just be hot messes for a minute. Okay. I think we're at the
Trying to get
I wanted.
the views of my sparkling personality. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hot take from me, but what do I know? If you are after views for your personality, I don't know that this would be the approach that you were going for. There are a lot of people that I watch um, for their amazing personalities. Um, they don't shove tits in my face. Um, just saying.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna check the chat in just a second. I want to do this now before the oven gets hot. Okay. Perfect. Hello. Thank you, Sierra. Okay. No, I'm being lazy. I'm having frozen pizza. Today's not like a cook heavy stream at all. Let me see. Thank you, Kiki. Hi, Foxy. Sierra, thank you so much for the super chat. You ordered pizza from Little Caesars. That's what's up. You were on that time. This time, that's what up. Hey, Puchita. Hey, Seattle. Hey, Brooke. Hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, Pandu. Hey, thank you. Or Farah, right? Hey, what's up, Sabi? Hey, Thiago. Hello, Whimsy. Hello, new name. Am I the only one who got an ad before the live began? Thank you for the AdSense. Hello, Baked Korean.
Okay, guys, she is officially Baked Korean approved. Um, I know she desperately wants to be the new ALR, and she's after that throne. However, I have a feeling we're going the foodie route, especially when we get to the nonsense with her man and everything that's going on with that. But yeah, she's officially Big Korean approved. I have to say, I am a big Korean fan. Um, for the majority of the end of the Kuwaiti arc, um, he was my favorite side character until Chantal got mad and blocked him from chat. Um, so is she the new foodie? Is that where we're going with this? Um, we're gonna jump ahead a little bit though, because we are going to get to one of my favorite parts of the stream that happened. Um, I don't know if you guys know, but Rosie has a brother. Um, never on camera, but the thing, like, he's hilarious. He's got to be the hero of the story somehow.
Like up to here originally, or some shit. Why? Because it sounds good like a girl failure dinner right there. A girl what dinner? Failure dinner. A girl failure dinner? Yeah, the wine just makes it more fancier. You're rude. Wow, Levi, right, Fender Bender? Damn. Cold blooded. Girl failure dinner. Damn. I'm a failure now. Shit. He clocked me hard. I mean, I'm so sorry, my brother.
Okay, how can you not love that? I don't. I think one of the best things about this, she often talks about the fact that her brother is autistic. Um, one of my children is autistic. And one of the greatest things about it, um, He is just brutally, brutally honest about everything. If he thinks it, he's gonna say it. Um, and that's what her brother reminds me of. And this is one of those moments. He's like, pizza and wine, that's failure. You are a failure at this point. And don't know that I disagree.
Threw me off so bad. Happy Monday, Boo. Amanda, thank you so much for all your support. Being an awesome mod in the super chats. Thank you, thank you. Levi, wait for the jugular. Levi is always there. Even the people that hate on me love my brother, and you know what? I get it. I get it. When people are like starking on me, they're like, Levi's the only saving grace. And I'm like, you know what?
How many of y'all stand Levi? We never see him really. The dude keeps the laughs coming.
I get it. He's a cool dude.
Okay, now that she's gonna cough up a lung, we're gonna jump ahead a little bit, because she is going to hint. Oh, guys, I am so sorry. I promise I will get so much better at this.
That I know about like some of the really serious, nasty shit people have been saying about me. I'm drunk on love. Am I that transparent? Like, I'm not in love yet with anybody, but like, am I that transparent? Honestly, guys, like it's a like people think I'm a liar, but I'm so fucking transparent. I can't hide shit.
Okay, she is drunk on love because she is currently talking to somebody. They just started talking. Um, I am absolutely shocked at how quickly these girls fall head over heels. Um, it is just so crazy to me. When me and my husband first started dating, I did not tell anybody we were dating, because I didn't want to have the embarrassment if he turned out to be a psycho or it didn't work out. I kept it to myself until I was sure he was sticking around for a while, but they seem to just fall in love automatically, and I do not understand it. It is the craziest thing to me. Um, or is this just showing that there's trouble in paradise? Maybe. Is Jeff on his way out?
I have no idea Korean, nor do I care. I drink Moscato because it's the one that I like. It's harder to see through a glass of clear water. Huh? No, but us that are about oh, can see the glow. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if you saw my previous special about walking, buddy. No, I didn't. You can go on walks during lives. We can walk with you. I would be really nervous to do that because, like, peace and love to Amber, but I don't need my own dangling ankle situation.
Not the dangling ankle. Oh my gosh, how many times is she gonna name drop Amber? She has been trying so hard to get into Girl World. She's been trying so hard to get noticed. She's finally getting it, and I don't know that it's exactly what she wanted. Um, Especially after, I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, the absolutely lovely Zachary Michael um, did one of her recipes today. Amazing, amazing. Maybe some of the best work that man has done when it comes to a recipe. Um, had me rolling, but she's officially getting the attention she's always wanted.
Um, and I'd be worried about doxing myself, honestly. Um, that too. Um, I did, like, while I was on my break, I did buy, like, an indoor trampoline that's, like, weight rated for me. Like, peace and love to Amber. Like, I'm just saying, I don't need that. I don't need that for myself. Um, I don't need that for me. Um, but, yeah. You've never had Moscato? It's a very sweet wine, like a dessert wine, I'd say. I put the tramp and trampoline. Me too. No, I'm kidding. Nobody needs a busted up ankle, right? Like I've got two messed up knee. This knee, my good knee's been giving me problems. It's still giving me a problem. Like I'm upset. I'm like, you're supposed to be the good one, babe. What are you doing? I put the hoe in homemade. Me.
And she wonders why people have an issue with her doing vertical live streams. And I understand this one's in horizontal, and I understand that when she does specific types of content, that she purposefully does a horizontal live. However, when you are doing a vertical live and it gets sent to children that can then follow you, which means they can still see a horizontal. You know, if I know a lot of people whose children lie about their ages to get on apps, so there's still access to this. Um, and it wouldn't have been so easily accessible if she wasn't doing vertical lives in the beginning. I mean, she has discussed threesomes with her boyfriend's sister before they started dating. She openly discusses her past and feeder content, um, but then also dresses this way and then makes statements like, I put the hoe in homemade, and then brags about it. Which, you know, you do use this, but if you know that, which she has shown her analytics before, if you know that a vast majority of your audience is children, I think you kind of have to question the motives and the actions that come behind that. Um, it's just, it is crazy to me how I would speak around my friends is very different compared to how I would speak around children and how I would behave around children.
Me. Um, but no, I was gonna say, so I could do something like that indoors, like walking on the trampoline, maybe. But I'd have to actually be motivated to do it. Keeping it real. You took a walk at some park in some older live.
Okay, so for the next little bit,
I think that was a
she's
pre-recorded video,
going to
Brooke.
talk about
Vlog, yeah.
why
You
she
talk about your
can't
chronic pain,
walk,
made
why
me go
she
to the
can't
doctors, and I got
exercise.
diagnosed with it. Wow,
Um,
Farah.
she's also going to be, you know, talking about the fact that she is talking to multiple people because she has to keep her options open. Um, I think the thing that got me is that she just keeps dropping Amber's name. She says that she doesn't want to be a part of this. She says she doesn't want that kind of notoriety, but here she is. So we're going to go ahead and skip to, um, we're going to skip to a different timestamp real fast. Because I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to sit through this whole 2 hours.
Hope you find happiness. Thank you, Diana. That's the goal, man. I'm just trying to find somebody to hang out with and vibe with. Rebrand to Tipsy Love Rosee. No, drinking is not going to be a regular occurrence. I've done a stream where I've drank before, but you look pure happy. It's amazing. Thank you. Oh God, Thiago. She and I were laughing about that. We were kikiing about that at one point. Like y'all are fucking crazy for thinking we would ever date. Like that's just not happening. Yeah.
She's talking about her and Amber dating.
Thiago, you crazy for that one, dog. It's very sad what's going on. I'm in Canada celebrating my wife's birthday. We are considering looking to citizenship. You should, man. If anybody can get out, they should. Oh God. Honestly, I'm just hoping that like that never happens. New name. I know it probably will. I just don't want that to happen. Y'all are fucking nuts, dog. Y'all are crazy.
She would
I
eat up
can't with you
every
guys.
minute of it.
You're a
Every
writer.
minute.
Keep my name out your pen, dog. Keep my name out your pen. I don't know what it is about my oven, but the preheat won't stop until I open the oven for a few seconds and then close it, and then it registers the temperature. So weird. You guys should interview each other. I'm not gonna people call me a clout chaser, right? So like I'm not gonna be like begging to like be on her channel and shit.
How can you not be a clout chaser? You have been in Jordy's DMs. You have been in Alex's Shook's DMs. You have been in Zachary Michael's DMs. You have been in Amberlynn's DMs. I believe you've been in Foodie's DMs. You have been everywhere. That is why the second that the tell all came out about Amber, you were in her chat, you were making sure that people saw you in her chat. Then the second that she stopped live streaming, you came live. That's clout chasing. That's you trying to find your way in. And I don't know that this is someplace that you're really wanting to be.
She did actually like call me to like test her Instagram audio on like the very end of her last live, which I was kind of surprised by. But you should start your own podcast. Two fat bitches looking at each other just said exactly. Y'all are crazy. Alright, timer 20 minutes. Okay, my soda's in the freezer. Don't let me forget. When it's time to eat, my soda's in the freezer. Your hair looks really cute. Thank you. I used the new shampoo that Georgina sent me. So I'm really hopeful to see how it goes, like long term. Like I'm really curious to see how my hair looks tomorrow. I have plans though, so I'll probably be washing my hair again anyway, just to be on the safe side. That podcast would be called. What would the podcast be called? God.
Chewing the cud. That's what, I don't know, that's the first thing that popped into my head when I heard it was chewing the cud. They talk about old men used to sit around and chew the fat. I think chewing the cud would be pretty great.
God. I don't even know. New name? Literally, you're about to get canceled. I'm about to fucking time you out. I'm about to time.
Okay, we're gonna jump ahead to get to some iconic, sophisticated Rosee. Um,
But I have these ridiculous, like, fancy tea time hats that I used to put on when I would make tea. So
if I would have known we were wearing derby hats, I would have done something different with my hair and threw mine on. However, it probably wouldn't go very well with what I have on. That is a vase. I know it's glass, but it looks like a vase. That thing is huge.
hello. This is my favorite wine. I love it. I love it. This is like innocent lore alert. But this is.
I find it absolutely crazy that she refers to her history or stuff that she has done as lore. Maybe I'm out of touch. Maybe I'm old. I don't know. I don't hear anybody else talking about themselves like that. I don't meet somebody and say, "Can you tell me your lore, please?" And I don't ever describe myself as having lore. I have things that I do. I have things that I enjoy. I have a past. I I don't understand the lore concept when it comes to this.
My favorite wine. It's the Rosada Moscato de Asante. I don't know. I'm not cultured. I'm fucking that up, I'm sure.
Well, at least
Where's
you're
the
honest.
horse races?
At least
In
you're
the
honest.
Kentucky Derby.
Oh my god.
Yo, the fact I'm sober right now is embarrassing. Anyway. That face I just pulled. Let's see the glass. This is the only fancy glass I have. Like, the only one that's not, like, low-key white trash if you put wine in it.
I don't know. Drinking wine out of a vase
Yeah, I haven't had
might be
any
low key
alcohol or
white trash.
anything. That's what I was saying. Like, as of right now, that's about to change, but your wine glass is perfect in my opinion. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Bestie, put some glasses on your wish list or something. What do you mean? I can't put prescription glasses on my wish list. I'm sure I'm gonna have my glasses very soon. Damn that pour. Yeah. Cheers. Oh, drink glasses. I do. I have some floatable ones, like for the pool. Some wine glasses that are like pool safe. They're on my wish list. I just haven't justified buying them. I don't drink wine a lot. I'm not chugging. I'm enjoying. Buzz Rosie, some good vibes. I'm not even buzzed yet. Oh, it's soda time. Oh, it's like barely even cold. I should have wrapped a wet paper towel. I'm gonna throw it back in the freezer for like a couple more minutes. Or was he just high on life? Hell yeah, brother.
I didn't realize she was a Hulk Hogan fan. Okay, this is where we're gonna start skipping around a little bit, because it starts to get, not that this, this has been absolutely riveting content, but it starts to get a little slower. Um, so we're gonna start looking. She starts to discuss some of the things that other people find problematic and why she doesn't find them problematic.
And a tweet pops up, like a random tweet, and the person has a screenshot of you as their profile picture. That is a weird experience that I had for the first time recently. They're very similar, Brooke, but they are slightly different. The Costco versus Sam's hot dogs, they're like similar, but they are like they're sourced differently. But they're like a similar concept, I guess. I'm not fucking famous. I have internet notoriety, dog. That is so different. I would be such a pompous ass if I considered myself famous. I think there are some BJ locations in Florida. I want. Oh, can I do her voice? I don't. I'm gonna try to do her voice, and it's gonna be bad. Ugh. I don't want to. I don't want to fuck it up. I love Jennifer Coolidge. There's a bottle of red wine in there, but I'm gonna save that for a day where I do steak. Oh no! Oh, it's just a drink. How's my hair journey been? Frustrating. I think the wine you drink is only like 5.5% alcohol. Yeah, got you. You're so right, Ramona, honestly. I just meant spending money wise. Am I still spoken for? I'm dating, is what I'm gonna say. That's how I'm gonna answer that question. I'm dating. Um. Okay, you know what? You all want realty. I don't know what's gonna happen with me and Jeff. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna see him again and talk to him, and I got some decisions to make. And that's that on that. I'm not gonna get in depth with y'all, especially because like y'all know who he is. So
Okay, if he is not seeing you and he is avoiding you, yes, he might still be talking on the phone. I don't know that there's a decision for you to make. The decision has already been made on his end.
yeah,
Will we get a glasses rescue? Oh no, she doesn't have a car. She can't go over there by herself. Mm, can you Uber to a glasses rescue? Hmm.
weirdly though, Lisa, no one liking him and like talking shit about him. I don't know why. It makes me like want to defend him more. I don't know if that's like a pathological issue with me or what. That's not the issue, Helena. I'm not putting his business on the internet. I'm not explaining what's happening. I'm getting my glasses back. That's not an issue.
The rescue's in the works. Um, okay, uh,
Yeah, Brianna. Thank you. I knew you were a shit stirrer, dorky. If I ever get to go to America, I need to give you a big hug. You're sweet. Yeah, but then I'm letting the internet win, Zoe. I want to move on because that's what I want to do, not because I'm being bullied into it. Just like people are trying to bully me into making demonetized content with false moral outrage. So I'm just vibing.
okay, it is not anybody bullying you. First of all, when it comes to the whole Jeff situation, it has been proven that he has violent felonies. So it kind of turns into an Amber and Tommy thing when everybody was screaming, "Girl, don't," and she did anyways. Um, and then is shocked when she's hurt. It was kind of the same situation with Jeff. Now, with the false moral outrage, it is not. And nobody is bullying you into making demonetized content. The problem is that you want to do vertical streams because if somebody just swipes just once in the shorts, it counts as a view for you. So it makes it look like you get 50, 60,000 views. When in actuality, when you look at your horizontals, those are closer to what your actual views are. Now, the difference is that when you say that it is not for children, it messes with the algorithm for the shorts and where it puts you. It also demonetizes that particular video. However, if you would do horizontal and let your audience grow naturally, quit bringing kids in, it would happen eventually, and you wouldn't have to have anything demonetized. But you are more concerned with what that little number is than the fact that it really does nothing for you at the end of the month. Does nothing at all. And people wonder why kids would end up in her stream. Why would a child sit and watch this? Well, that is actually where I got the whole idea for this channel. Um, Foodie has actually talked about the fact that when they were in the apartment in Syria, that children would come and knock on their door just to stand and stare at her. But we honestly do the same thing. We sit here, we gawk, we pass judgment, we say our opinions, whatever. This is the equivalent of the old time freak shows. These are the sideshows. This is what you would pay your 5 cents for to walk through the tent and see the bearded lady and the snake boy and the lobster boy, and you would see all of that. The only difference is that we don't stand in a line. We sit in the comfort of our homes and we watch these things. And trust me, that is what it is. Um, my father um, passed about 5 years ago. My father passed from morbid obesity. Let me tell you, when we went anywhere in public, people stopped and stared. Their mouths would hang open. They were shocked. He was the circus freak that was walking through the store or walking through the restaurant. It is what it is. The only difference is that these girls get paid for it. Same thing with the people who worked in the sideshows back then. Um, and the truth be told, we're all kind of circus freaks in some way. Some of us are just quieter about it than others. And some of us decide to speak up about it and discuss what we think in the process. I also know a lot of these girls have issues with reaction channels, but let me tell you, I would have never discovered them or started watching them without reaction channels. That's just how it is. I started watching health content after I got my diagnosis, and some of the people in the health circles would talk about these girls. So I would go and look, what are you talking about? What is happening? Um, And then I stuck around to watch them because I desperately wanted to understand why my father could not put down the fork. I was trying to understand and come to terms with what he was dealing with and the decisions that he made. Um, and in the process, let me tell you, there are some absolutely lovely plus size creators and super plus size creators that I think are great, and they are absolutely amazing people who struggle with something. The girls in our corner of the world, they are a different breed all their own. Um, and that's why we're here. But that is part of what makes this so problematic, um, is how she gets her views and the fact that children end up there because she's not letting the audience grow naturally, and children naturally want to stop and stare. It just is what it is, and you really can't blame them for it at the end of the day.
Hey, I'm drinking Moscato, Katie. Ugh, bars scare me. Oh, yay! Helena, Bingo, Maddie, Miss Tequila, and Daisy! Yay! I'm 33, Katie.
I'm also so confused by the baby talk. All three of them at some point do baby talk. Not even all three of them. Glitter and Lasers does too. They all do it, and I don't understand why. I'm not sure what they think it gets them. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's a twist on the low BMI voice, um, which always kind of cracks me up. Foodie always does the low BMI voice at the speaker in the drive-through window, and I guess it never dawns on her that they're going to see her at the window and realize there is no low BMI in sight.
I'm so excited for tomorrow. Yeah, Bing Bong from Inside Out. Yeah, me too. Thank you. It's compote time! Like a t-shirt time. But it's compote time! What's happening tomorrow? I've got plans to hang out with somebody. My family had a dog named Ringo Bingo Bongo Bobo, and Bingo Bongo, that's all I can think of when I hear your name. Aww. Mom cooked a lot, pretty much everything. Did you actually block her? No, I think I recently unblocked her, actually. Which is why y'all can see her. She's a member? Yeah. Weird. Weird. To be respectfully, I will happily have a conversation, even like if we don't agree on everything, you know. But what is in the frying pan? Strawberries. But also when I was a teenager, I got obsessed with Alton Brown's Good Eats. I watched that show religiously. I was obsessed with him. Hi, Liz. Um, and I learned a lot about cooking from him. You can ask my mom. when she would be trying to do things or teach me things, I'd be like, well, Alton Brown said, Alton Brown said, Alton Brown said. She's not cooking. She's sitting. I am cooking and sitting. What about it? Yeah,
That kills me. Um, I am cooking and sitting. She goes on to complain about the fact that it takes 20 minutes to cook these strawberries down, which was just shocking to me. Um, I have never. First of all, I don't think I'm tall enough to use a rolly chair in my kitchen and reach anything. I am only 4'10", so there's not a whole lot of reach for me. Um, but on top of that, I was absolutely shocked that this is what she. Well, it takes 20 minutes. I I cook every single day. I cook every night for my family. But on top of it, like I said earlier, I also make dishes from the 1800s. Those are very time intensive. It is a lot of work. There are some meals and dishes that you are literally standing for an hour or more. There are some, it's not constant work, but like for me to make like a Christmas pudding, that is 6 hours after you get it in the pot. That's not even putting everything together. Um, for my wedding, I made actual Victorian sugar plums from an 1800 recipe. It was 4 hours of standing. 4 hours of standing. I don't think she realizes. I understand she doesn't want no dangling ankle and she doesn't want to walk out in public and all of that kind of stuff. If she would just stand and cook, just stand for this amount of time that she's there, it would be more movement than she usually gets. It would be so much better for her. It is the little itty bitty things that can make some of the biggest differences for you. I'm I'm just shocked that she couldn't do 20 minutes, which is actually kind of scary. You know, if you want to know the truth, near the end, my dad could walk about 30 feet and then he would be out of breath and he'd have to sit down because it was so bad. So when I see these girls start to lose some of their movement and some of that stamina, it really makes me nervous for them in their futures.
I loved good eats. Oh, okay, Paige. I was a little confused because I thought you were normally nice. I was like, I'm cooking and sitting. I've got.
That face, that face right there, that's where we start to see the real Rosie. Once she's not getting ass pats, suddenly we're sad. Suddenly it's horrible. She wants to be surrounded by yes men that just gives her ass pats and tells her how great she is and how wonderful she is and how everybody else in the world is just a hater and they're just out to bully her. That doesn't help anyone at all. It doesn't. Um, but that's where you start to see her. That's why she kicks everybody out of her chat that disagrees with her. That is why if you ask a single question, she disagrees with you. If you give any advice that is unwarranted, even or if she even asks for it, um, I tried to give her a chance. I really did. And I went in and, I was nice. I was in her chat. I would ask questions. Um, and then she was throwing a fit and was like, I don't understand why everybody wants to talk about Amber. I don't understand why I can't be me. And I was like, hey, maybe if you would have supported your friend silently, like be there for her, but you didn't have to put your name in it. You didn't have to live stream afterwards. And she told me where I could go and what I could do to myself, and then timed me out. Like, and then once I was once I was out of my timeout chair, I asked, I was like, why? I wasn't being rude. I wasn't being hateful. Uh, I was giving you a suggestion to avoid what it is that you're struggling with. And she was like, honestly, I don't want to talk about it or you. So overall, she's just not a nice person. Um, so because I don't know, it wasn't my intention to do this. It wasn't my intention to react to her. Um, but she has caught my attention. Out of all the girls, she reminds me of my dad the most. And I think maybe that's part of why she has caught my attention. And why I really do care. You know, some of her mannerisms and some of how she moves and um, reminds me of my dad. And I would love to see her do nothing but get better. Um, but I don't know that that's in the cards. Um, we'll see. I don't know.
Got this. It's just this takes like 20-ish minutes to cook down. Did you ever try the Mississippi pot roast? I don't think I've tried it. Sometimes
Oh,
I'm
we're
quick to
back.
draw on the sass. So,
Yeah, and it's off-putting when that's your immediate response is to just be, I don't know, you call it sass. It's rude. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and skip to. We are almost to the end. We've almost made it, guys. So let me see. Okay, this is the part we can't see the live chat right now, and I'm sorry for that because I don't know. I am trying to figure this all out, and let me tell you, this has been. If you have stuck with me this far, first of all, thank you. Um, a second, let me just tell you, I do not technology well. Another fun little fact. Um, Me and my husband are such big history nerds. I obviously love the Victorian era. He very much loves the pioneering era. Um, Before we had to move to the city because of my diagnosis, we actually lived off grid for a year and a half and lived as the pioneers did. I hand washed our clothes outside with a washboard. We had a clothesline. I cooked over an open fire. We used all hand tools for all of our stuff. Absolutely crazy, crazy life. I get most of y'all are gonna think I am insane for that. So just the fact that I am doing this is crazy to me. I will eventually figure out to get the live chat up there for us to see it. But if you have stuck with me this far, thank you so much for bearing with me. I promise we will only get better from here. But at this point in the stream, somebody in the chat um, starts really kind of pushing her about eating online and addiction and um, whether or not this behavior is okay. And I think this is a conversation that really does need to be had or be had by everybody, honestly. But I was going to let her run her mouth for a little bit and say what she needs to say. And then we're going to talk about it. And I want to take you guys back to look at a certain clip.
there are people that definitely do that. But, like, literally, so much of my criticism is rooted in the fact that, like, because I have a past in certain communities and because I am fat, like apparently I'm doing like feeder porn on the internet because I cook and eat in my lives. And people are still saying that shit to me. I got an email yesterday. I didn't even read it. I saw the first sentence and went, fuck that. Um, Rosee needs a little chef hat. Yeah, I did put one on my Amazon wish list. I may get it one day. But because you can actually like um, monetize it. There you go. Is that? Oh, Paw Patrol. I thought you were Pew Pew. But hello, Paw Patrol. I made a fruit compote because I want to experiment making a dump cake with lemon muffin mix. I want to see if I don't know if it's going to be good with a muffin mix. I don't know. I'm curious. I want to buy that hat, but it's out of stock. Wow, I'm tired. We're gonna chat for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna hop off. I might need to go like take a little wine nap. Honestly, I feel bad. Damn it. But that just means I can make this fresh tomorrow. No, I don't, Paige, because um, food is something you have to interact with. You don't have to interact with alcohol. Abstinence from food isn't an option. And I think it's important how people do it. I'm not coming on the internet ordering large amounts of takeout and just to eat. Like, I'm cooking stuff. So, and I'm not binging on camera regardless of what people say. So,
Well, so now let's be set for peace. Um, for those of you that don't know, I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you probably do know, but if you don't, um, Rosie comes from a theater background. Um, and here's the thing is that for that kind of background, and that kind of those circles and stuff, the eating is part of it, but the eating is performative. It is performed to get you to a certain point. It is performed to get you the reaction that you want and to, get gratification. So it is performative in a way. The eating there is not just for sustenance and nutrition. So if we know that and then we look at this, it is still performative eating. She's sitting and eating to get paid. She's sitting and eating to get views. And you cannot tell me that anybody with her background and at her size, generally I do not like to speak about size, but at her size, sitting and eating the amounts that she does not bring a certain type of people to her streams. I understand if they're not in her chat, she can say, hey, they're not here. That's not the case. We all know that there are lurkers. Not everybody wants to be in a chat. Not everybody wants to engage, especially people like that. They do not always want to out themselves in a chat full of people that they don't know. So you cannot tell me that this is not performative. I understand that she is cooking at home. That is great. That is a step in the right direction. However, if I cook a pound of macaroni, the serving size is going to probably be less calories than what I can get at a restaurant. However, it doesn't really matter if I sit down and I eat the entire pot in one go. It's still unhealthy. And just to talk about the performativeness of this, when I heard her saying this, I went back and I looked again because something had caught my attention, and it wasn't until I got here that I thought about it. So I'm going to go back and we're going to go to 58 minutes, and I want you guys to see something here. Now, if you think I'm reaching, tell me so. If you think I'm crazy, tell me so, because I want y'all's input too. So, but I want you to say something and tell me what this reminds you of.
it's Sprite Zero to be specific, but
That right there. She is always very, very conscious of where the camera is. Um, the girls usually are. Despite what they say, I think all the girls think that they are absolutely gorgeous. They love themselves. They love seeing themselves. But I think they're always conscious of where the camera is. And when when I saw that, it's like, here, let me hold it right where you can see it. Let me let you get a good look at this. Let me. And all I saw in my head was foodie. You know, when she sits there and she says, "Beauty bites, shows it to you. Bites, shows it to you." That's what I thought. I may be wrong. I don't know, but that's that is what I saw. Um, so there's a little bit more in the stream um, where she talks about Jeff and some of those issues, but that might end up being a completely different stream um, that we do later. We have been here for an hour at this point, and if you are here still here, thank you so much. Um, so thank you for putting up with me. I am hoping to be getting some more content out soon. Um, give me suggestions in the chat. Tell me ways that I can fix this. Um, let me know people that you want me to cover or that you would be interested in seeing. Because I don't have to just stick to the girl world thing. Um, I want to see all the weird and unusual. I want to experience a lot of different things. And I really hope to just build a community on here where we can talk about what goes on in the world and share ideas and stuff. Um, because it would be great to fill my time with this. Um, because busy is good for me right now. Um, so thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys in the next one.